Salutations, friends. Jeff Chabot here, author of the Anti-Partisan Manifesto and owner of the Substack, Americans Who Don't Hate Each Other. You know, the anonymous, mysterious dude who randomly pops up and curiously argues that the reason the political atmosphere in America is so polarized, venomous, and godforsakenly awful is because of our parties, plural, not just the Republicans, not just the Democrats, the fact that they exist, period. You can watch my earlier videos to learn the reasons why parties are so toxic. But you may watch and think, okay, this makes sense, but still, eliminating parties, isn't that a bit out there? Aren't parties a built-in feature of democracy? Actually, no. The Constitution never mentions them, and initially, several of the most prominent U.S. founders opposed parties vehemently, including George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and Alexander Hamilton, though all but Washington eventually caved. Here's Washington in his 1796 farewell address after his second presidential term. Parties, he warned, serve to organize faction and to put in the place of the delegated will of the nation the will of a party. The language may be antiquated, but Washington's message is timeless. Parties create divisions, and they also focus on their own interests above the interests of the country. Other framers shared their views more plainly. In 1780, John Adams, who would become our second president, powerfully articulated his misgivings about parties. There is nothing which I dread so much as a division of the republic into two great parties, each arranged under its leader, he said, and concerting measures in opposition to each other. This, in my humble apprehension, is to be dreaded as the greatest political evil under our Constitution. Adams feared that parties would split the country into two camps who saw each other as enemies that must be fought and defeated. Sound familiar? Our third president, Thomas Jefferson, saw the dangers of partisan conflict spreading beyond politics and corrupting the rest of human existence, declaring in 1801 that, quote, the happiness of society depends so much on preventing party spirit from infecting the common intercourse of life. Jefferson begged Americans to keep partisan conflict confined to the political arena so it wouldn't pollute other spheres of life. Anyone who has watched entertainment programs, read any kind of literature, used the internet, or attended school or church could tell you that his fear was 100% justified. Finally, the main author of the Federalist Papers, Alexander Hamilton, condemned parties for their dogmatism and unwillingness to compromise. Nothing could be more ill-judged than that intolerant spirit which has at all times characterized political parties, he declared in 1787. 2 years later, Hamilton would embrace that intolerant spirit himself, creating the Federalists, America's first political party. If this video made you think, then please share it. And for more free anti-partisan content, you can subscribe to my Substack, Americans Who Don't Hate Each Other, at jabot.substack.com. Finally, if you want the whole enchilada, my book, The Anti-Partisan Manifesto, is available at amazon.com/author/Jeff-Jabot. Stay anti-partisan.